This case was documented by a man from Italy who states that he was playing around with a Ouija board as well, and that his curiosity led him to play almost on the daily. He was a bit disappointed at first, since for the longest time he didn't receive any answers from the other side. But eventually this should change, and on this day he had to live through a chilling experience.
Chi c'è? Chi è? Chi fa casino? Chi è che si sentiva? Chi c'è?
As he was all by himself at home that day, he began to hear what sounded like someone was walking around in the house. A loud noise behind him made him jump in fear, and it was more than evident that something was with him at that moment, but he wasn't able to see anything. This was just the beginning, however. 3 days later, his wife would be left alone at home, and this is where it got even more creepy.
Chi c'è? Chi è stato? Chi ha bussato? Non sono pazza. Non sono pazza. C'è qualcuno? Chi c'è? Dove sei? Fatti vedere. Dove sei? No, dove? Da dove? La cucina, la cucina, la cucina. Cazzo. Cazzo. Qui sto sfuggendo di mano.
Someone was knocking on the door, and then we see that something had thrown glasses on the floor in the kitchen. Just more proof that the use of a Ouija board comes with great danger. The family is still investigating this case, and perhaps there will be more updates very soon. This is a recording from a surveillance camera in an older apartment complex. We will see 3 residents entering an elevator at different times and on different floors. The camera seems to pick up something else though, which appears to be waiting in one of the corners of the elevator. As the First Lady exits the elevator, we can't really pick up anything that would look out of place. Shortly after, a second person calls the elevator up to the 4th floor. He enters and makes his way down to the 1st floor. While this is taking place, a lady on the 2nd floor is calling for the elevator next. Notice how a humanoid shape all of a sudden is now standing in the corner of the elevator. It travels up to the second floor, ready for the lady to step in. It appears to be empty at this point. She takes it down to the first floor, and the humanoid shape is gone. Pretty curious, isn't it? Now we are looking at a decaying hospital structure, which has been left deserted for numerous decades. Local lore insists that the premises are haunted by the lingering spirits of those who met their demise within its walls. And people state that they can hear peculiar sounds and see spectral forms haunting these abandoned halls. The video was shared by an urban explorer named Pradeep. And this late afternoon, we see him navigating through its eerie corridors. At some point, we are getting confronted with a spine-chilling sight as the camera captures an unsettling image down the hallway. Upon closer inspection, it appears to be a lifeless figure on a gurney. Yet, within moments, when the camera pans back, the figure mysteriously vanished. Opinions on the authenticity of the footage diverge. It's hard to say what exactly had unfolded here that day, but it certainly makes you wonder if we became witness to an actual paranormal event here. The following incident has been broadcast on a TV station, and apparently a police department was pretty certain that they have come across a ghost which was captured at their department.
Some police officers saw something that freaked them out and they captured it on camera.
It's an image that some people say appears to be a ghost walking around the police station. Nancy Laughlin has the video and talked to the men who shot it.
It started out as a pretty typical Saturday night. Espanola police officer Carl Romero was on duty, keeping an eye on the surveillance cameras around the station, when he saw something in the sally port.
At first I thought it was like a polilla, like a fly, a moth, and then I saw the legs and it was a human.
But not a real human?
No, it was just a ghost.
So Romero reported it and told his supervisors. Detectives showed us the camera that captured the image. They say there is no way in or out of the secured area without an open gate and alarm sounding.
You can see it walk through. It walks in the direction of the old transport cages, and there's not really any way for it to get out through there, but it seems to walk right through that.
Detectives say there's no logical explanation for this, not an issue with the lighting or a technical glitch. Turns out there are a lot of ghost stories around here.
A lot of our officers have seen certain things. Some of our officers have felt what appears to be somebody breathing down their neck as they're working on reports in the briefing room.
Cops at the station also report hearing strange noises in the middle of the night and seeing unexplainable images in the lobby area too. Espanola police tell us as far as they know, this is not an ancient burial ground, and they say the police station has been here since 2006, but no inmates have died here. But they do say there have been some unsolved murders nearby.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I do, actually. I do believe in ghosts.
Do you think that was a ghost?
I do. I do believe it was something. It's hard to say, but yeah, I do believe it was a ghost.
These guys say they're not afraid of it, but it's definitely an image that haunts the officers who work here.
So, what do we say? Is it just one of those infamous camera glitches that get recorded ever so often? Or a spider web? Or are we talking about something paranormal indeed? The next is a recording which was uploaded by a young man to the paranormal Reddit section. They have recently moved into a new place and stated that there had been a handful of really strange events unfolding, items that are moving around without anybody else being there, and footsteps that they hear in the midst of night. Today, the uploader was watching TV when he heard some really odd noises coming from the open patio and started recording.
Hey man, that is cool. What are you doing? What's going on? You okay? Can I get a what? Tell me to say how you're doing.
Comments range from this being a creepy apparition, from it simply being a strange reflection. But it's odd since the door is open. And the man states that there should be nothing reflecting. So, what do you think? Is this the face of something paranormal? Or what else could it be? This man was working the night shift all alone in an empty high school where a specific hallway is strictly off limits to solo students after a certain time. It is because this school was built on a cemetery and many people say that they see really strange things on that floor. One night our brave man is feeling a bit uneasy after a strange encounter and he decides to document his experience on video.
Alright, I usually don't record while I'm on the job, but this is freaking me out. It's sort of unreal. I'm here at work. I'm here in the janitor's closet. Yeah, let me just show you guys. All right. Just to, I don't know, let you guys know this school was built on a cemetery. I don't know if that helps my situation or not, but previous janitors that have worked here have tried to tell everyone that, you know, every night something happens, some spooky shit, I don't know, paranormal or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I didn't really believe them until tonight. I was in here cleaning up after some students had thrown a party, but what's been freaking me out is this one right here. No matter where I'm at in the classroom or what I decide to do, it just follows me. And do your thing, you stupid balloon. I got you on camera now, so let's just see? That right there. Just ooh, okay. See, no. It just follows me no matter what. Ooh! No, I can't.
As the man steps out of a classroom, a red balloon starts trailing him. That alone is pretty odd, but it gets weirder. The other balloons in the vicinity remain stationary, while this one has a mind of its own, sticking to the man like a shadow. Feeling seriously creeped out, he takes a cautious step back, and then this happens. It's hard to see, but this mysterious silhouette zips by at lightning speed. The sighting is enough to send shivers down the man's spine, prompting him to run out of there as fast as he can. Since that spine-tingling night, there haven't been many updates, except for a video where the man admits to feeling scared about walking alone.
Like I said, I haven't been back here to touch anything. I don't even know if you guys can see that.
Whether it's a ghostly encounter or something else, the whole incident keeps replaying in his mind. So what exactly was captured on that video? Now we are looking at a clip from FrostmareTV. This clip was caught on a home security camera. A grandmother was looking after her grandson overnight. After she had put him to sleep and was in bed herself, she heard some noises coming from the living room and realized her grandson had gotten up and was playing. The strange thing, though, was that it sounded as though the child was playing and talking with another person. When she got up, she asked the boy who he was talking to, and he responded, "My friend." Even though nobody else was in the house, the grandmother just assumed the child was talking about an imaginary friend and didn't think much more about it. However, the parents checked the security footage the next day, and they were shocked at what they saw. Twice in the video we can see what looks like a small shadow figure around the same size as the boy himself. When the child leaves the bedroom, we see him look back at the shadow as it follows him. Clearly, the boy is able to see the creature as well. Then we see the entity enter back into the bedroom as the boy follows quickly behind him. It is interesting that this spirit seems to be both physically the size of a small child and friendly with the human boy. Is it possible this is the spirit of a kid that has passed on? Some commenters also speculated that this could be a doppelganger of the boy. What do you believe? This clip was posted to the paranormal section of Reddit by HDGun. It was captured by the security camera of a co-worker outside their home. The uploader states that the family was experiencing paranormal activity before in this house. Mostly, however, limited to really strange noises that could be heard inside as well as outside the house. They have seen some odd shadows as well, but were never able to capture anything on camera. Then they saw the following. They try to explain it off by it simply being a strange reflection perhaps, but still, they feel that something is just not right with this video. Could it be that they captured a spirit in bright daylight? Or what exactly could this be? An animal? A bug perhaps? Or was it a ghost after all? Another video from a young man who also describes that he was hearing a lot of creepy noises coming from his very own basement. Many times he had recorded, however was never lucky to capture anything.
I heard some noises again. Hello? No way.
Is this a pair of ghostly legs walking through the screen here? Unfortunately, it is not known what happened after. The next video was sent by Manfred, and it depicts a homeowner and his dog strolling through their backyard after dark for a late night walk, which is nothing out of the ordinary, and something they do on an almost daily basis. To the owner's surprise, this night though, the dog notices something in the distance and starts reacting to it.
You good, bud? What you barking at?
At this point, in the eyes of the owner, it was very possible that his dog just saw another animal or something.
Stop barking, bud. What's wrong?
What just transpired, unfortunately, did not catch the owner's eye at the time, and he only realized that something odd was going on when checking the footage afterwards. A long and stretched shadow is quickly passing by from the right, and then hiding behind the tree. What are we looking at here exactly? It's really hard to explain this phenomenon. What do you guys think? Rodrigo has forwarded me the following video that was uploaded on Reddit. Unfortunately, the thread has been lost, so the original uploader remains unknown. If you know who uploaded it, please leave a comment. Anyways, apparently we have another night guard here who was patrolling a school at night, and on one of his rounds, really weird noises appear to be coming from one of the corridors. Rodrigo said that the uploader believes that he could capture the voices and moans of the undead. And then there is a strange machinery noise. Oh, I forgot to mention, the power went off in the building 2 minutes before the man started recording that night. What do you think? Is it just another bunch of machines making that noise, or something more mysterious? This video was recorded by a young man who came across something terrifying in the crawl space under his very own house. He started hearing some really odd noises stemming from underneath his home, and this night was no exception. As he was standing in the kitchen, he started the recording. He was initially listening to some weird banging noises, and at first he thought it to be an animal. What was really weird were a few items that were totally misplaced, and it was certain that it wasn't him nor his girlfriend who had moved these things. It was a stranger who had broken into his crawl space, and then later it was revealed that it was his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend who was extremely possessive and stalked both of them, and that this crawl space action was no single occurrence. They later got the police involved to take care of that matter. A creepy case, I find. Now we want to take another look at TikTok user Face the Light, who documented the haunting at her former family home that involved a shadow man that had terrorized her for a good while. Now it seems that she has moved and things have gotten a bit more quiet, until the day where she started this particular TikTok again.
Maybe when I'm done with it, I can send you this.
On another TikTok, she continues a room tour, on which she talks about the amazing items that she could gather for her new place. Now let's see.
I just wanted to show you my room. This is the bedding I got. This is the duvet that I grabbed from the house. There's all my books that I could not fit on my shelf. I saw in the last video, some really weird stuff has been happening around here. Like I keep hearing like random noises. I don't want to freak you out. I mean, I'm not that worried about it. I mean, it's kind of freaky. But anyways, on a lighter note...
And here the apartment tour continues, and she is aware that these events seem to transpire more and more.
I put the nice towel that you sent me. Thank you.
Who knows? Maybe the thing that was haunting her has moved to the new place with her. And it takes all a pretty dark turn, when indeed what other viewers describe as the Shadow Man is making a return, and freaks the living bejeebies out of her.
There's someone on the back porch.
Pretty much looks like the same figure, doesn't it? The Shadow Man just stands in front of the window for a while, peeking in and staring at her. Then it appears that he makes it into the house for some reason, and this is where Face the Light takes the last couple of recordings of this terrifying being. Isn't that terrifying? The following video was shared by a family who say that they have been traveling at the time and they were staying at the hotel room as their son was recording a little video diary. They might have captured something else as well. They are pretty certain that this was a ghost that was standing just millimeters behind their mother. What makes this even stranger is that this ghost looks like a close family member they have lost not too long ago, which might mean that their loved one was visiting them that day and taking part in the video diary. If that's not the case, how else do we explain this? Was this just video editing, or was there something else going on?